Denzel Washington top-rated movies. Number 1. Malcolm X. This monumental performance as the slain civil rights leader in Spike Lee's masterful biopic remains the greatest thing he's done to date. A journey that takes in the man from small-time hustler to prisoner, preacher, leader and finally, martyr. But this Malcolm is a cumulative effort. At every stage, you see glimmers of the man he once was, so that he's always in a dialogue with his past selves. This isn't just solid character work, but an actual theme in the film. Lee and Washington are arguing that what made Malcolm so magnetic and powerful was his distillation of these many experiences, that he truly understood what it meant to be poor, dispossessed, and angry in the first half of the 20th century. The actor so thoroughly inhabits the part at every stage of these changes that, at the time, it was hard to think of him ever doing another movie after this. Amazingly, he was just getting started.
He was a prisoner who set himself free.
A Muslim must be strikingly upright.
I will not touch the white man's drugs, his liquor, his women.
So that those in the darkness can see the power of the light.
I will not lie, cheat, or steal.
I believe you will remain faithful. Yes.
He was a follower who became a leader.
You're not an American. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us.
He brought honor to disobedience.
I suggest you look outside that window.
You've been laying down and bowing down for 400 years. I think it's time to stand up.
All right, break it up. You got what you wanted.
No, I'm not satisfied.
That's too much power for one man to have.
And a voice to a people who longed to be heard.
You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray.
You're saying you're anti-white?
No, you're saying I'm anti-white.
I'm sorry, Betty. I haven't been the best husband.
I love you.
Do you advocate violence?
No, sir.
Academy Award winner Denzel Washington's most electrifying performance. Director Spike Lee's most powerful film.
Malcolm, can we all live together?
I sincerely hope so.
Number 2. Training Day. The film that won Washington his second Oscar is still perhaps his best-known part. As the remorselessly corrupt LAPD detective Alonzo Harris, putting rookie Jake Hoyt Ethan Hawke through what at first seems like the world's worst hazing ritual, Washington keeps us constantly uncertain as to his true intentions. Is he simply teaching Jake how to survive on the streets? Does he have something more nefarious in mind? That sense of never knowing where we stand with this character makes this a riveting, high-wire act of a performance. And when Harris finally does go totally over the top, it's a turn worthy of Jimmy Cagney. In the modern era, one can't imagine anybody but Denzel pulling it off. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
If I was a dealer, you'd be dead by now. They build jails because of me. Judges have handed out over 15,000 man-years of incarceration time based on my investigations. You got today, and today only, to show me who and what you're made of. You hear me? That's it. That's what I'm talking about. First day on the job, you hit a $3 million seizure.
Police officer, get away from the girl!
No. We're not racking up arrests today.
You let him go.
What more you want?
I want justice, right?
Is that not justice?
That's street justice.
What's wrong with street justice?
Oh, what? Just let the animals wipe themselves out.
God willing.
You can't be like this.
Open your eyes. Can't you see?
Police, we got a search warrant.
You ain't no police. Let's blast these fools.
I didn't sign up for this.
You think I'm crazy, right? We communicate and talk to me. Say it. Say it.
I think you're a road cop.
Learned a lot of things on these streets, boy. Good things and bad things, too. There's some profoundly evil people walking the streets freely right now.
I'm the police. King Kong ain't got nothing on me. Don't
You never know, that's the point. Turn out to be a nice day, huh? It'll get darker. Guarantee you that.
Number 3. Mo, Better Blues. Not everybody knew what to make of Spike Lee's jazz drama, about a talented but self-absorbed trumpeter split between two women and unwilling to compromise. It was the director's follow-up to Do the Right Thing, and a lot of people were still expecting angry Spike. Today, however, the film looks like a near masterpiece, an epic meditation on love, lust, art, and friendship, all anchored by Washington's marvelously sensual performance. The musician is a great talent, but he's also a dog, and the actor lets us see and feel the charisma as well as the hypocrisy. Plus he also absolutely commands the stage during those rambling, improvisatory jazz numbers, in which he assumes different postures, voices, and rhythms with almost shamanic grace. This is the loosest Washington has ever been. It's a startlingly alive and in-the-moment performance, a perfect match for a man living and losing himself in the now.
The midget should go bleak.
You know my name is Giant. Every night we go over this.
Look, Giant is my friend.
Giant? I mean, that's a joke. Is that a joke? It's a joke. We couldn't manage a little league team.
Minor league.
You keep coming up short.
Il m'a dit, mais Jeanne, tu es folle, hein?
No. It's because she's white.
Is she white?
Because she's white.
Yes.
Yeah, she's a nun. Won't give me none, ain't had none. Told me she didn't need none.
And since my sweetie left me hollow, well, it ain't the same old place.
Pirates are playing the Mets in a doubleheader. Give me the Pirates in both games. The Mets need some more black ball players.
What, are you gambling again? How much you owe?
Don't break them.
Let's give him a break. Break his legs, his arms.
People are listening.
Everybody's deaf, brother. Ain't nobody listening.
People are listening to my voice.
Yeah, boy. You put them lips on the trumpet.
Academy Award winner Denzel Washington in a new film from Spike Lee.
We thank you for coming because you didn't have to come. You could have stayed home and watched Arsenio Hall or something.
Mo Better Blues.
Number 4. Flight. The actor gives one of his greatest performances as Whip Whitaker, a pilot whose heroic exploits during a plane crash wind up inadvertently revealing the extent of his drug and alcohol addiction. Outraged that anyone would dare question his actions after he's saved hundreds of people, Whip slips further and further into anger and resentment. It's a role that requires an impressive range, as our hero goes from confidence to denial to fear to devastation. For all the film's amazing effects and tension, director Robert Zemeckis stages the plane crash with heart attack-inducing suspense. The real drama of this story plays out on Denzel's face. He is simply amazing.
I see nothing but houses.
Evan, listen to me. Trim us nose down.
Plane fell apart at 30,000 feet.
We're gonna roll it.
What do you mean roll it?
Ready? Here we go.
I'm on the list, baby girl. There is all kinds of crazy news people out here. You're a rock star, man. You will never pay for another drink as long as you live.
Captain Whitaker is a real American hero.
This is Hugh Lang. He's an attorney from Chicago. Why do we need a lawyer? You don't remember having your blood drawn the night of the crash? You had alcohol in your system. That could be life in prison.
The NTSB hearings in 10 days.
Captain Whitaker!
They're under the microscope right now.
Are you hiding something?
You gonna shoot me? Can I come inside?
Yeah, come on inside. I'll shoot you inside.
This was an act of God.
Those God would do this.
Our investigators concluded the aircraft failed.
The FAA placed 10 pilots in simulators, recreated the events. Every pilot killed everybody on board. You were the only one who could do it.
You saved my mom. I want to talk about the days leading up to the accident.
This thing is so heavy it's killed me. I drank the night before the flight.
Does Whitaker know he's going to jail? My clients don't go to jail. It's a lie, Whit.
It's alive.
I'm trying to save your life.
My life? We're gonna start
Wait for impact. No one could have landed that plane like I did.
Number 5. Fences. Washington had already won a Tony for playing Troy Maxson, the towering patriarch at the center of August Wilson's play about black life in the 1950s, on Broadway in 2010. When it came time to bring this Pulitzer Prize-winning play to the screen, Denzel would end up doing double duty as an actor and a director as well. And from the moment Washington regales us with a tall tale of fighting death to a draw, you can see how he's building up Wilson's working-class everyman into someone bigger than life. Maxson is a man with more stories than the devil has sinners, a 1950s sanitation worker who loves a good yarn, a nip of booze in his beautiful Rock of Gibraltar wife Rose, Oscar winner Viola Davis. He's also spiritually broken, suffering from a bad past, personal insecurities and the slings and arrows of being a black man in Eisenhower's America. It's a lot, in other words. But to watch Washington recalibrate his Troy camera instead of a crowd is to see him plumb the depths of a great theatrical role. He gives you the characters' every triumph and tragedy, the disappointments and regrets and the moments of joy, the sense of someone hiding pain and rage beneath a lot of bluster. And his exchanges with his co-stars, notably Davis, Stephen McKinley Henderson and Jovan Adipo, is like a masterclass in give-and-take acting. Even when the film begins to bump up against its roots as a play, Washington's performance never feels stagey. It's a great actor interpreting a great writer's work and inhabiting it at the same time.
I don't want to know, damn it!
What you ever give me?
Your feet, them bones, that pumping heart.
You never done nothing but hold me back, afraid I was gonna be better than you.
Everything that boy do, he do for you.
It's not easy for me to admit that I've been standing in the same place for 18 years.
Well, I've been standing with you. I got a life too. Don't you think I had dreams and hopes? What about my life? What about me?
What are you gonna do?
Some people build fences to keep people out, and other people build fences to keep people in.
Number 6. Mississippi Marsala. In one of his sexiest performances, Washington is an enterprising Mississippi carpet cleaner who falls for Sarita Chowdhury's independent-minded Indian immigrant. Mira Nair's lush, heartfelt romance glows with humanity and desire. It puts the passion back in compassion. Denzel navigates his character's journey, from a handsome, cool, and even slightly smug business owner to hopeless romantic, with loads of magnetism, and he and Chowdhury have incredible chemistry together. Even their phone conversations smolder.
You say you were from Indiana?
India.
Send them back to the reservation, that's what I'll say.
They're not that kind of Indian.
What's wrong with you, boy? Don't you know the rules?
I'd like to see Mina, please.
That will not be possible. People stick to their own kind.
This is America. No one cares.
I don't want her to go through the same struggle as I did.
I'm a black man born and raised in Mississippi. Ain't a damn thing you can tell me about struggle.
Demetrius!
I never thought I would fall in love with you.
I'm a mixed masala.
Hot and spicy. Yeah, it's my salad. That's what I'm gonna call you.
Number 7. Inside Man. Spike Lee's hit crime flick is more than a suspenseful crime drama, it's a love letter to New York. It's also a surprisingly powerful demonstration of Denzel Washington's incredible range. When a group of criminals take a bank full of hostages, a troubled NYPD detective Keith Frazier tries to negotiate the release. In fact, the whole movie is a series of negotiations. Frazier talks not just to the crooks, but also to the small army of onlookers, political officials, a mysterious fixer, Jodie Foster, and, via a series of flash-forwards, hostages after they've been freed. Sometimes he's a bad cop, Sometimes he's chummy, sometimes he's deferential. But all the while he keeps his cool, even as the situation around him becomes more desperate. It's prime
Till I talk to them,
Denzel.
they get nothing, not even a cup of coffee.
Get those people off the street!
Your Honor, you know about this hostage situation.
What's it to do with you?
Well, I need to be assured that certain interests are protected.
Just let everybody stay calm, okay?
Don't I sound calm to you?
Yes, you do.
Look, Detective, there are matters at stake here that are a little bit above your pay grade.
Why don't you just tell the mayor to raise my pay grade to the right level and problem solved?
This goes down wrong. They're gonna dump this whole mess in your lap.
This spring,
Meet me at the front door.
You gotta be crazy to go in there like a fox.
Denzel Washington,
Whoever heard of bank robbers escaping on a plane with 50 hostages? I think you're stalling. Why? I don't know.
Clive Owen,
When I said that I planned the perfect bank robbery, I meant precisely that.
and Jodie Foster.
I can change your entire program, so the sooner that you stop being my problem, the better off you'll be.
They heard everything we said. They bugged us. Keep your men back.
You planned every inch of this thing right from the start, and you got everybody marching to your beat, including me, and I'm through buying it.
What are you doing? Come on, this ain't no bank robbery.
Inside Man.
Number 8. Crimson Tide. The actor's first collaboration with director Tony Scott is the best film they made together. A breathtakingly exciting nuclear thriller pitting sadistic submarine captain Gene Hackman against his rational, responsible second-in-command two guesses. This is a great guy movie, pitting the by-the-book superior against the self-sacrificing, morally upstanding upstart. The two actors have a grand old time facing off against one another, and director Scott's high style, playing up the claustrophobia of the sub, matches for all the macho bluster on display to a T.
Those sailors out there are just boys. Boys who are training to do a terrible and unthinkable thing. And if that ever occurs, the only reassurance they'll have that they're doing the proper thing is going to derive from their unqualified belief in the unified chain of command. That means we don't question each other's motives in front of the crew. It means we don't undermine each other. It means they hear your voice right after mine without hesitation. Give him a missile key. Give me the missile key, Mr. Hunter.
I'm the commander of this fucking ship. Give me that goddamn key. Millions of lives at stake here if Peter don't make a dumb decision. 1, 2.
Number 9. The Mighty Quinn. Forget the Dylan reference in the title. Washington's Caribbean Police Chief Xavier Quinn is a man who's trying to figure out if his best friend, Robert Townsend, suspected of murder, is guilty. The plot ambles along, and Denzel is the essence of laid-back professionalism as he deals with corrupt officials, grisly crimes, lustful housewives, and his own divided loyalties. It's an odd, captivating little movie, with one of those roles that creates a movie star overnight. That was how Roger Ebert described Washington's turn in this breezy, sexy policier. He wasn't wrong.
Where most people go to play,
Somebody call the police.
he goes to work.
Nasty way to die.
Now, the only thing harder than finding the truth is staying alive.
Bring in Maui. There's a man out there looking for you who wants you dead. And I'm glad you got here first.
The best thing we can do is stay out of the way.
Denzel Washington is Police Chief Quinn.
I'm in the way.
Robert Townsend is Maury.
When there's trouble in paradise, you ain't seen nothing like the mighty Quinn.
Number 10. Cry Freedom. Director Richard Attenborough couldn't quite do for martyred South African activist Stephen Biko what he did for Gandhi with this apartheid-era drama, but don't blame Washington. His Biko is wildly charismatic, playful, intelligent, even bemused. Watching him as the legendary leader, it's easy to understand why so many would be drawn to this man, and why the government would so fear him. So why, you ask, is so much of the film's focus actually on the white journalist, Kevin Kline, who wrote the source material? How much time do you have? Kline, of course, isn't bad, but the movie basically dies whenever Washington isn't on screen. When he is, however, watch out.
Privately or for publication.
This is the story of their extraordinary friendship, forged in the face of adversity.
What do you mean we've got to leave? You're going to rip the kids from their schools, their grandparents, their whole life?
The story of a land rich in everything, except common humanity.
I'm talking about police firing on unarmed people. No, our movement seeks to avoid violence.
But your own words call for direct confrontation.
Well, you and I are now in confrontation, but I see no violence.
How could they do this to her?
And you can beat me or jail me or even kill me. But I am not going to be what you want me to be.
Now, from Academy Award winner Richard Attenborough, the director of Gandhi.
What do you want to do? Accept what this government's doing is going to go on doing?
Cry Freedom, starring Kevin Kline, Penelope Wilton, and Denzel Washington as Stephen Biko. For many, it is a cry from the heart. For Biko, it is a cry from the soul.
To say that we can all build a South Africa worth living in. A South Africa for equals, black or white. A South Africa as beautiful as this land is, as beautiful as we are.